Hello everyone, welcome to my video. Today in this video we are going to model this part. It's a water bottle of a soldier, literally canteen, they say. The name, let's start by opening a new part. It won't be a difficult part, but there is a lot of sketches. I think that's the main challenge on this part. On the front plane I'm creating a sketch, and firstly I'm putting some construction lines as always. Second group and third group. I think this is good. Yes. Now dimensions. We have 110 here, 24. I'm going to place here 54.5 multiplied 2. It's the kind of diameter. In fact, let's not mix. 54.4 and here 57.5. Here we have a diameter 36 and height of it is 45 from this point. In these points we are going to have our sections. In fact, that's the reason I create them, because we need some planes. It can be done easily by this way. This is 42.5 exactly. I'm tidying up my dimensions in order to make it for you clear. That's good. Now we are done and we can go on our step. First, here an arc, and then here an arc, and then here an arc. 3 different arcs. And while Ctrl is pressed, we make everything tangent. Here also tangent. And let's cue our dimension here, 290 radius. Once this is done, as you see on the screen, our model is fully completed. And clicking right, select chain, and I go to mirrors and mirror this object to other side. This is good. And I can give a color onto this one. I can say you become, maybe this is good. And then I'm going to create a reference geometry. We click on this line and the top, and then we create the plane. I'm going to create here a circle. Simply we are going to touch on the edge, but before that I'm going to create here one construction geometry, because I'm going to divide my circle on the 4 part. And I will explain this why we did in the loft operation. Yes, I believe now we have 4 part, and we combine all this 4 part on the related points. As you see, we have 4 division on a circle. You could also make your sketch in 4 times. That's also would be fine. Now we are going to create another plane. Now we choose the ortho plane. In fact, we don't need to choose. We click on this point and we open a new plane for us. And I make it a little bit bigger, and then I click sketch, and now I'm looking from top to down. Here a line, here in this direction also a line. What is nice that we hide our section and circle to make it clear on screen. After this operation, I'm going to create one more, and we give now dimensions 20.5, 17.5, and we have 42.5 millimeters. We create one arc, again one arc also here, and then here to here another arc. And now I will make everything tangent. Here also tangency. Yes. And I will create some help line here in order to give tangency on this circle. This is a little bit creating problem now. I can play with that and make a tangent. We get the same. Maybe we can remove some of them. And now giving tangency. Also here the same thing. Tangency we gave, yes. This is good. Then I will give here some dimensions. 120, 62.5. And then I will create my other arc, which is tangent here, coincident there, and last arc will be between these two, and tangent. Yes, as you see, everything is now black and it is done. We can just make a mirror. If you have also this issue, we will have another trick to get rid of it. When we made mirror, it just got underdefined. I'm just going to keep this here. I will just create a sketch, convert this, and convert this one. We go height older one, right click, select chain, and we will make a mirror. Now we have our section. First section here. It is good to have sections now. We can give a different color to this one. You can say it is green. Now we have here our top plane. Our origin was here, and on top plane we create a sketch, and we select this sketch, and we make an offset of 12 millimeter. We have got our other section. We should create one more section here. I will also paint, giving another color to this one. For example, red. As you see, we have now 4 different sections, 3 sections in fact, 2 guideline. Now we are going to create the other one. For that we need a plane at first, reference geometry, line and point. Also you could create this one with a top plane point option. Both is good. And now we can hide everything again. When we are working on screen, we don't want to have trouble. We are in the right position, and we will create here a sketch now. It will look like a little bit same. To line, and here one more line. All of them now it's a construction geometry. Now dimensions 35, 32.5, and 57.5. first here an arc, we can give their tangencies to these lines. Value of this 45. And here I have got an arc. I will give here a coincidence, and these two will be tangent. And now we are going to give here a radius value. As you see, it is fully defined now. And I have got another arc here, which will be tangent to this and tangent to this. I believe it will be automatically fully defined. We are going to keep this sketch like this. As we did before, we are going to create another sketch and convert this one and this line, and we can hide the original one and just say right click, select chain, mirror entities, and will be mirrored on this area. I think this is now good. If we look our profiles now again, how much profile we have. Now we have 4 section, 2 guideline, and we should create another 2 guideline, and then this operation will be done. For that, I'm going to create first a folder to hide these unnecessary sketches. Right click, profiles, sorry, because of they are having different levels, we couldn't move them in. It's okay. Now let's do other operations. On the right plane, we are going to create a sketch. And here I'm going to create an arc, here a line, and here an arc. Now everything blue. Let's start to define them. We select this point, we choose this point and say coincident. We are going to create here a tangency, and we click this point, and this point we say coincident. Now I'm going to say here and here peers. As you see, it automatically becomes with relations black. And here, I'm going to say peers again. And we don't need to define any dimension here. And this is done. And we are going to create the other one. This will be an arc and 2 spline. Simply. Here also 1 spline. Let's give first relations. We select this arc. We click this point while Control is pressed. We say peers. And here will be again a peers. Same operation here. Pressing Control, clicking to object and giving their relations. Here we are going to give tangent relationship, tangency, and here our value is 360. Here 61 tangency, and I'm going to create here some angle, and this angle will be 18 degree and 60 tangency value. Here we have got a 30 tangency value, and in order to get this angle tool, I just a little bit moved my spline, and angle is 50 and tangency is 30. I hope you could follow all steps like me here, and then this was the most important part. Now we are going to create our sketch as surface body. Surface we go, and boundary, just picking my sections first, and then later on guide curves, right click. This is one, this is another one. As you see, when we define them, how our profiles and parts are changing. This one, and last one will be this one. I close here merge tangent faces, and then we will see all our sketches. In fact, on the as a surface break on the surfaces, I like to see that. If you don't want to see that, you can just remove here. If you click that, you won't see that, as you see. Okay, I redo that, and we can hide our sketches. Yes. Firstly, I'm going to right click on bottom, open tangency, I'm saying, and a planar surface. We just go create the red surface, and we look from front plane direction, and now we will go create a bottleneck. All this will be construction geometry. Our dimensions will be 42.4, and here we have a dimension of 30.75. We have got here 14 millimeter, and difference here 0.5, and we continue. Something like this will look like. This is having 5 millimeter length, this is having 1, this is also 5. Dimensions here will be 28. When we do that, as you see, it is becoming fully defined, and we can say to this one normal line, and we will make a revolve surface. Now it's a fully closed profile. We can say knit, merge entities, and it is now a solid body. As you see, we are going to create here a radius which is 2.5, and I will go create here an offset inwards like 5 or 6. I will cut with an angle inwards 45 degree, and with 5. Now we can give our radius here, radius 10, and here I'm going to give 2 more time radiuses. I will try with 5. Let's see. Yes, it is looking good. maybe cut could be a little bit smaller, like a 3.5, and then radius 10. Let's make it a little bit smaller, 7.5. There we could have a straight array in the bottom. And now we can make a shell, which is 1.5. That's good. Now we are going to create cap. We go create on front plane a sketch. Yes. We will end up here, and a little bit like this. Right. Here 2.5. This is 1.5. This is 4. Yes. There were some little details, but here that's not so important now. We can give outer dimension here. It was 40. Sorry, should take it back. 40.5. Length from here 25. Little bit straightness and an arc. Little bit straightness. When you come back to point, that SOLIDWORKS allows you to take an arc using that trick here, and then later on we will go create here some things. I think this one will be touching on this edge for now. By the way, I realize now some things I missed, but I will edit later on again. First, vertical and horizontal, in order to create a really half here arc. This length 125, here also 125. In total, this is 1.6, in fact, and we have got a 9mm height. Here dimension will be 44 if I'm right, and here 47.5, and here we have got 52.25. This is our bottle cap, and now we can make a revolve, and of course no merge result. This is good. Let me add some things on first. Body, that I forget. Front. Here we have got a line. Tangency here. Also construction geometry here. I use construction geometries a lot. That's very useful. And I close the section. Now I'm going to make a right click and select chain, mirror entities, and mirror about this section. Here we have a 3 mm difference. This is radius 1. This is 45 degree, and we are going to give a full dimension. Now you can create your tangency, and you can simply give from here to here a diameter. It is 39.25 in this, and now it is fully defined, and we will just make a revolve now and merge result with this object. That's good, and we can show our revolve. This is also looking good now. On front plane, now I'm going to create one object, sketch in fact, and I do come here and finish. If you make with this point vertical, then you get a semi quarter arc, quarter circle, which will be 2 in this case. We can hide our body now and be interested with this one. We select this sketch and we come this point and say this revolve is good, and then later on we are coming to circular pattern. We select a circular surface, and here a feature, and 12 times we are going to multiply this operation. And now we go back to our main body. We see everything. Now only we have got our connection plate here, and then later model is done. I will not spend time on making a screw here, bottle screw, thread. I have got here a line and an arc, tangency, and again a line. This too can be construction geometry. We are going to make an offset of 125 divided by 2, be directional. Yes. And then later on, this part will be collinear with here. And then diameter from center. As you see, we require again a construction line. This is 35. I'm going to close this area. Also closing this area. We are going to make 10 mm extrude. And merge result to here. And then the last operation will be here, adding a ring on the plane, on our origin. Outer ring is 44, inner ring is 36. It is not in the origin, that's why it is now blue. Great. And we are saying that we are going to make up the surface and merge result, but we are selecting which will be merged, and this one. And then the last operation, let's give here a fillet. A 5 radius. Yes. Model is done, guys. We can give some color to it. Well, I'm going to say part will be totally colored. Yes. We have got again another our sketches. Okay. Yeah, it is looking nice. I just skip the thread part. The rest is really real size, actual size of a military canteen. Thread already very easy. If you would like that, you can create here thread, and you will notice there's already for bottle some thread specification. You can easily create there. And thank you for watching. If you like my video, please make comment and hit the like button. If